Hello, can you see me yet? Yeah? Hello, this is my Giant Trance X Elite E+1. What is it? No, let's go with it. It's a Giant Trance X Elite. All right, everyone, hello. Before I forget the name of it, this is my Giant Trance Elite X Advanced E+ Elite custom build. And this is Giant's first foray into the lightweight EMTB market. We've all been riding around on, big 800 watt batteries, massive e-bikes, a game changer for me. I absolutely loved them. And now we got these, the lightweight EMTBs coming into the market, which are, as they say, a lot lighter. And they ride very much like a normal mountain bike. That's the beauty of them. Forget that dead feeling when you're on the downhills. You can't do a lot with a full power, full weight e-bike. You pump, they just stop dead. They're not as lively, as active as you want. This changes it. This bike is a game changer. And the real clever thing about this bike is in here. It's this 400 watt battery. It's made by Panasonic, and it's the only battery in the world that has e-bike specific cells. And what that means is, with these lightweight e-bikes, most of them only produce 20 to 60 Newton meters of power. As I said, this gives you the full 85 Newton meters, which if you're like me, you're gonna want. Now, most of these smaller batteries don't produce enough amps to run these big motors. This one does. So this is literally the best of both worlds. No other manufacturers can do it at the moment. And yeah, it's incredible. On the way up, I'm in the red. I'm sat back, it's like being on my settee at home. Bike's doing all the work. On the way back down, it feels exactly like a normal mountain bike. I absolutely love it. There's a range extender here as well. You can get for it another 200 watts of power as well, taking you up to 600 watts, which is about what my Giant Rain has got anyway. But this, of course, doesn't have the weight penalty. It's a beautiful thing to ride. And I want to show you some of my components that I've put on it. Now that was a fucking take in one, mother. That was good, wasn't it? What is it? The M check, isn't it? M, do you know what an M is? It's an upside down W. Yeah, that's why I like it so much. M check, we're gonna do an M check. Remember them from school, right? When you're trying to service your own bike? Those days are long gone, thank God. So here it is, the Trance, the trail bike. It always has been in a Giant range of bikes. 150 front end, 140mm travel at the back, a mullet setup, and most of the e-bikes favouring mullet setups actually, that 27.5 inch rear wheel, meaning they can take up to an inch, about 2.5 centimetres off that chainstay length, which obviously promotes incredible turning, incredible handling, probably why a lot of the downhill bikes in the world are mullet setups. On the front of mine, I'm back on Schwalbe Tyres. When I ordered my Schwalbes, I literally ordered like 20 pairs of Magic Marys because it's the only tyre I sort of need or ever use. Perhaps on this bike being a lightweight trail bike, a lightweight electric trail bike, I could have gone for something slightly lighter. I've got super gravities on here. I could have gone for a lighter casing, probably a tyre with a slightly less aggressive tread pattern. That said, that tyre there, the Magic Mary, is my favourite tyre on earth, in the whole world. And to be quite honest, and this is really bad for Schwalbe marketing, I don't need anything else. That does everything I could ever wish for in a tyre. It's amazing. Soft compound, I love it. We've got the Ohlins on here, the 150 travel Ohlins. To me, they work amazing. They look amazing. I've got 220 in the negative, 220 PSI in the bottom, in the ramp, as I call it, in the ramp chamber. And in the tops, I've got 120 PSI. I notice I'm not getting full travel, so I might let that down a little bit more. Been on these Hope components now for over a year. These hubs are, every time I look at them, I absolutely love them. I've got the new bronze colours on here as well, which has just come out. But the Pro 5 hub, it's conical, it slopes down, and it's just a work of art. The Hope stuff has been, well, the brakes have been an absolute revelation to me. The Tech 4 the best brake, hands down, I've ever used. And I ain't just saying that, they're incredible. They don't need any servicing. They put up with all the temperatures that e-bikes put through them. You don't have to re-bleed them. There's never any lever change on them. You know, like the back brake biting point doesn't change. And on top of that, these levers are just so beautiful. And the adjustment on them is incredible. And for me, you know, I've got big hands. I'm a big fella. The better to get these levers out to where I want them is a really big thing. I come from motorbike trials. I ride motorbikes a lot still. And I think I like my clutch, my rear brake to bite like where my clutch does. And actually on most manufacturers' levers, I can't get the lever out, the bite point out as far as I want. So with all these adjustments, they're amazing. They feel so solid. The power on them is spectacular, but they've also got this incredible kind of modulation and feel with them as well, which, yeah, they are by far the best brake I've ever used. And, you know, look at the engineering, even in just the levers and all the little adjusters and that. Yeah, absolutely a work of art. Hope stuff is banging. Renthal bars this year. I'm back on Renthal. I love them because they've got a 40mm rise bar, which is the only one I use. You know, super stiff. There's nothing you ain't gonna like about a Renthal handlebar. 35mm stem I've gone back to as well. The shorter stem I prefer. I like the 40mm rise on a bar, not really, well, for the rise, but also because I can lay them back a little bit and get a bit of sweep on there as well and make the bike turn a lot nicer. I cut these down to 780. They feel too short, but only because I've been running all the others at 8 on my other bikes. I think 780 is ample and I'm just gonna have to get used to it. I've also this year not been using the Renthal bolt-on grips. I've been using the glue-on grips, but I ran out, so I've had to put these ones on, and there's nothing wrong with them. I use these for years and years, and actually they're a lot less hassle. You can take them off and change your levers and what have you, whereas you normally end up having to cut a glued-on one. What I do like about the glued-on grips though is that they're a much smaller diameter. They feel like they are smaller, and I much prefer that. Again, it's not gonna change the way you ride your bike, but it's nicer. Yeah, I like it. And also the glue-on grips, the hard compound, the little waffles, it's exactly the same grip that I've run on my motorcycle trials bike since I was about 5 years old. So I'm certainly very happy with that. We've got the power control here to turn her on. You've got your assist settings up here. 5 different assist settings on this bike, all fully customizable through the app. Just get your phone out, ride control app, and you can set each one of these 5 power settings, assist settings as you want it. You can change the launch control, you can change the torque, and you can change the assistance from 50% of your input, so half your input goes to the back wheel, to 400%, my favourite setting. Always like to be in the red and basically never ever break into a sweat whilst riding a mountain bike. Much better. But yeah, 400%, 4 times your power. The motor gives you 4 times that at the back wheel. We got this coil shock on here, the Ohlins coils. Again, you know, this is a lightweight EMTB. I probably should have put an air shock on it, but do you know what? I just love coil shocks. Fit and forget. Beautiful supple feel on them. I think the air shocks are probably much the same. I did originally put them on, coil shocks on, because I found the air shocks were blowing through the travel a bit, like with me and the weight of an e-bike as well. This is a lighter one as well, but yeah, I might put an air shock on it. It'll probably work better on, well, it might work better on this bike, but don't that look good? I mean, look how sick that looks, and that's probably the biggest reason for me having it actually. I love that big yellow coil on there. We've got a 1-up seat post. We've got a Diety seat. I think I've done the front end on her. When I went up to Hope last year, I was probably a little bit out of touch with everything, and asked for 175 cranks. They said you want to run 155. I nearly fell over. I was like, 155 cranks? Child. Never looked back. Got 155s on all my e-bikes. And apparently, there's even been tests done to show that longer cranks don't always give you more power or whatever. So even without an engine, you might be better running shorter cranks. With an engine, I'd recommend it. You soon get used to the much faster spin, but you don't get any pedal strikes. You know, not so bad really where I live, but if I'm up north or up in Scotland or in Wales riding up rocky trails trying to climb and getting toppled over all the time, it's a nightmare. So that totally eliminates that. My feet going on these, amazing. Look at them, beautiful gold. Renthal flat pedals, new out this year. I run the pins at full length, haven't knocked any out yet. Look, they're super strong. Nice big Allen head on the back, super easy just to change them in and out. The most impressive thing about that pedal, coupled with this shoe though, with the first degree shoe, is that like there's unbelievable grip there, but there's that all important pedal float. Like my foot is never stuck to that pedal. Sometimes you put your shoe on a pedal, it'll be in the wrong spot and you'll spend most of the trail kind of getting your foot where you want it because it's so difficult to move. None of that with this setup. It's the best shoe pedal combo setup I've ever had. A little bit further back here, we've got the Maestro system, of course. It's been part of Giant forever. Gives incredible sensitivity, also ramps up big as well. And most now of the Giant suspension bikes come with this little flip chip here. So you can lower or raise the bottom bracket. That'll give you a steeper or slacker head angle. I've gone for the slackest setting I can get on it, the lowest bottom bracket setting I can get, and I love it. It makes, you know, it's a trail bike. It's lively and it wants to feel that way. So yeah, I love the way it's set up. We've got more on the back here. Another, listen to this. They sound so good, these Hope hubs. And actually they spin a lot better than that, but I set that one up and the brakes rubbing a touch, but they seem to spin like infinitely. But yeah, another Pro 5 at the back, the V4 at the back as well. As I said, best brakes ever. I'm on these new prototype Envy Dark 6 rims. I don't know much about them. They are like brand new out, they're not even out yet. They've got a very different profile on them. And what I have noticed, the first thing I noticed last year when I got on these carbon rims was just how much, like, as weird as it sounds, how much faster the bike is. Like when you press it, when you push it, pump it, you go. And this bike just rolls and rolls and rolls. And these wheels, the performance of them is just absolutely mind-blowing. Like I've never ridden on wheels like it. They just feel perfect, absolutely perfect. They're so precise, so direct might be the word I'm looking for. But the bigger thing, or as big a thing to me, is riding e-bikes and riding e-bikes in some pretty remote places and going on trips to some pretty remote countries where you can't get spares. And the other day I've been riding on that Rain, which is a big heavy e-bike, me on top of it as well. And to be honest, me and that bike, rocky descents, destroy wheels like in one descent, one ride. I might have to go to the bike shop, get the wheel trued, get a new one put on. With the Envy Carbons, I spun the Rain wheel back last week. Like I said, I've been on it well over a year, absolutely smashed through it. The wheel is 100% true. The spokes are 100% tensioned perfectly. Like, they are fit and forget. They're absolutely incredible. And yeah, I feel very lucky actually to be riding around on such nice wheels. We've got some little gold Peatys valves in there as well to top it off. But that is my Giant Trance X Advanced Elite E+. Is that right, Dave? Near enough. That's my Giant Lightweight Trance Elite, and it's beautiful, and I love it. I'm going to go and ride it now. See you in a bit. Thanks for watching. Ta-da. Bye.